Hey, welcome back to my channel, IndieAuthor Jill. Um, I decided to do the May TBR differently. I had previously recorded a video for the May TBR, but um, as I was talking with my husband and my niece about this these reading challenges that I'm doing, um, it was decided that it might be better to just unwrap all the books, which I am going to do later this week when my niece has a day off of school. Is it dark? I feel like the side is dark. Hang on a minute. Let me get this light on. Ah, there you go. But so in a couple of days, in 2 days, she'll have the day free. So her and I are gonna just unwrap all of the books. But until then, we decided that it would be better to just unwrap the books, abandon the TBR blind book date with a book, and I probably will do. I might do a different TBR jar type pull, but um. So right now, I do have the 9 bingo cards up here on the wall still, but because I'm recording you on my computer, it's harder to like just keep turning the computer around. So what I did instead was I've started the reading challenge journal and just put the different things there. And right now we're working on the 21 connected book challenge. Um, so far I have read A Race with a Rogue, which you've already, I believe that, yeah, that video went live already. I read A Walk in the Snow, but that's going on the um December. That video has been made for December. So um I started choosing um different uh I chose the next one after that one, which was the Twisted Tree in Wonderland. um I've got that one put up there for right now. um but I chose the next three, and then I thought, I should just go ahead and uh see how much I can choose of this list, and then that's my part of my May TBR. So let me get the Twisted Tree. There it is. Okay. So the Twisted Tree in Wonderland by Rebecca Deem will be the first one in May. Life can be challenging, even more so when you live in Wonderland of autism. Charlotte is trying to navigate being a mother of two children on the spectrum while suffering from her own crippling anxieties. The unique challenges that families face with one child on the spectrum are hard enough, but she has two who both have their own unique needs. She and Matthew have been together over 20 years and have been seem to struggle more and more with each day. Matthew's trying to be there for her, but how do you ask for help when you don't even know how to help yourself? Their love for each other and their boys is the fuel that keeps them going and fighting every step of the way. They're willing to walk through fire for each other, even if they're the ones who set the blaze. When Charlotte's mother begins a downward spiral from cancer, her world begins to implode. With the support and love of her friends and family, she tries to repair. She tries to prepare for what no child is ever ready for: the loss of a parent. How do you survive when the center of your galaxy burns out and leaves a supernova in its wake? The simple answer is you cling to the things that matter the most. For Charlotte, this is her family, her friendships, and healing things that were broken in her from childhood. Um, so that um the I started off with A Race with a Rogue, and then the next prompt was shares a word with the last title, and A Walk in the Snow was the only one that was unwrapped that matched that. And so the A from A Race with a Rogue and the A from Walk in the Snow. That's why I chose A Walk in the Snow. The third prompt says takes place in the same country as the last author was born. Is from A Walk in the Snow was written by uh, a United States citizen, and the Twisted Tree in Wonderland takes place in Florida, which is in the United States of America. The next one is published in the same year as the last book, and for that I chose the Blackguard's Saga, the Way of the Ascari. That's the first book in the book in the series. Um, and I chose that one because they were both published in 2025, but um, the Blackguard Saga, I kind of leafed through it, and there's quite a few names that I'm not even sure half the time if I'm pronouncing half of them correctly. Um, but like we're focusing on Uzoma and Rue, and in the shadows lurks Akachi, an incarnation of malevolence and decay. I'm sure there's other characters, but as I was reading the back of this, I realized that the names on the back of and the names of the characters that are potentially in this book are not going to potentially be names of authors. Um, and So I decided, because at one point prompt number 7 says the author has the same name as the character of the last book. And but I really want to read this one, so I want to get this one in on this challenge. So I figured this was the perfect opportunity to get it in as soon as possible, um, and not have to worry about the names uh, being an issue. Um, Although it would have been fun if this it, I was going to do this one for either do this for the 2005 or do this if I could find a way to do this for number 9, because number 9 says the same narrative of the last book, which I think it could have been easily done. But the reason I was thinking about putting this for number 9 is because number 10 is something the previous character would read at the beach, and I love the idea of trying to figure out what one of these two boys would read at the beach. But like I said, I was anxious to get to it, so I just put it at number 4 so that I could just get to it faster. That ended up working out really well for me, though, because the prompt number 5 is a book that has 30 pages less or 30 pages more than the previous book. And according to um, the creator of this challenge and this challenge, the 21 Connected Book Challenge, comes from the summer reading challenge of the channel, the 52 Book Club. Um, the way she explained it is it can be anything between those. You go 30 pages below the last book and 30 pages above, and the pages can be anywhere in between those. But being that I like to torture myself, apparently, I decided that it had to be exactly 31 pages less or 30 pages over. And I actually looked through like 5 different books before I found the Gandin Gambit actually has exactly 30 pages more than the Blackguard Saga. Um, Oh, I didn't tell you what the Blackguard Way of the Ascari was. In the land of Sol Galnese, two lives embark on a journey full to fulfill their destinies. Uzoma and Ru find themselves at Shuja Pit, and the famed training grounds of the Ascari, and the order of the warriors protecting the kingdoms. The memories that plague Uzoma feed his desire for vengeance, while Ru is driven to prove his worth to their adoptive father Baku. However, in the shadows lurks Akachi, an incarnation of malevolence and decay. He inches closer to his goal, growing more depraved and evil with each life he takes. In the ongoing fight against chaos, bonds will be strained and alliances will be challenged, for the repercussions of failure could cost them everything they hold dear. And then, like I said, the Gandin Gambit is exactly 30 pages more than the Blackguard Saga, The Way of the Ascari. And it says the Gandin relic, a sacred statue crucial to the enthronement ceremony of every Dalai Lama, has remained hidden in this Ansei from the Chinese for more than 60 years, but now it's needed again, and Tibetan monk Rinzin Wangdu must smuggle it out of Tibet before the Chinese can discover its whereabouts. When his path crosses that of Lindsay Ap Rees Ap Gufud and her girlfriend, Kate Spencer, who are trekking in the Everest region of the Himalayas, with devastating consequences, the two women are thrown into a deadly race against time to evade the pursuing Chinese and deliver the Gandin relic to its rightful owners. Um, I don't know if by girlfriend she means romantic partner or just best friend that happens to be a girl. Um, Unfortunately, if it is the romantic partner, like I said, I'm only counting these. I'm not doubling up on the things. So by choosing the Gandin Gambit, if Kate is her romantic partner, uh, girlfriend in that sense, then I can't count it towards the lesbian rep, which is fine because I do have one up here. So um, it's one of those situations when you say yes to one thing, you say no to another. So if I say yes to this being the 30 pages up above, then I can't choose it for something else. Wait, unless it was written in a different year than the ones that came before it. Has it been 2025? No. I already have 2025 marked on the off the board. So, um, okay. So those are the three so far that I've already picked. Um, Number six, I have not picked yet. Similar title font as the last book. So, a little bit. Uh, there's script and block lettering, and then it's just kind of a that kind of font, whatever that is. But I think I'm gonna go with something that is a block lettering um script combo. Um okay, I only see one. So there's actually a couple over here, but let me grab them real quick. Um okay, we got this one. Um this one and this one. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm oh well, maybe that one would work. A White Like Christmas. Again, this would be a Christmas one, so um, it's got the block lettering in the uh script, so we could do that one. Um, Secrets at Sunset by Vanessa Woolley. Um, I think I'm gonna veto on Butterflies at Blue Hour because while it does have the block lettering is the um it's a very specific type of block lettering that is not as block lettering as that. Um and Secrets has the serifs in it, so that's also different. So I guess the one that looks closest, I mean this is all in capital letters though, and a white lie is uh hmm, but the printing on the sides are on the spine are similar, like with the E. Can't really tell with the can't really tell with the T is very similar, the I is very similar. Mm, I think that's the closest of what we've got unwrapped so far. So I think we're just gonna go with that. Okay. So okay, let's okay, but like I said, if we choose this, then its next one has to be an author has the same name as the character of the last book. So let's see what the characters' names are. There's no place like home for the holidays, right? Not for Juliana. Do we have any Julianas? I don't know. Um, a doctoral a doctor a doctoral student who's dreading the endless chatter about her golden child younger sister's wedding that awaits her there. In a last minute effort to ditch her family celebration, she tells a little white lie about spending the holiday with her non existent boyfriend and heads back to her empty Boston apartment. Except it's not so empty thanks to her roommate promising the place to a childhood friend, Chris. Chris hates Christmas and wants nothing more than to spend it forgetting the fact that he's got no one to share it with. But that plan seems destined for failure when Juliana comes back home and wants her apartment back. When Juliana's mom calls with the good news that the family has decided to come visit her for the holiday, Juliana needs to manufacture a boyfriend and fast. Luckily, Chris is right there in the next room, and Juliana has a proposition for him. She'll let him stay till Christmas as long as he agrees to be her fake boyfriend in front of the family. A guarded and grieving Chris is initially reluctant to say yes, but something about Juliana has him agreeing to this absolutely ridiculous arrangement. Okay, so it doesn't have to be the main characters. Do we have a Juliana or a Chris? Um, Nomi, Hyatt, Aaron, Gordon, Stephen, Rachel, um, Janet, Jennifer, G.A., Hannah. Hang on, there's two. I can't tell the names of the authors. Seraph and EC. Okay, well, they're no help. What about the Christmas books? Lizzie, Toby, Selena, Margaret, and Jude. Well, I couldn't use that one anyway because that's for a different one. Piper, Stacy, Abigail, every name, Raquel, every name that we need except the one we need. Colin, Emma, and David. Okay, so what if maybe we do choose these, or do we, let's, I'm debating on whether we choose we wait until, do we wait until the rest of the books are unwrapped and see if something fits better, or do we choose one of these? Let's see. Journalist Kate Harper arrives in Africa to write about poaching just as an orphaned rhino calf is being airlifted to safety. Reeling the loss of both parents in her car accident, she immediately drawn to the calf and the man who rescued it, ex-soldier Ryan Brown. Okay, well, there's no Ryan and there's no Kate. Um, Graham and Becky. Well, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna stick with a White Light Christmas. Um, you know what? Let's see. Let me just kind of check and see. There might be somebody else. Um, let's see. Um, Monica. We don't have a Monica though. So what I'm thinking is that what I'll do, um Jerry, I think what I'll do is just go ahead with this, and we'll stop here because obviously I don't have a Monica, I don't have a Jerry, I don't have a Chris or a Juliana. So, but there are other characters. Her sister's name is Monica. Her future brother-in-law's name is Jerry. Um, but there are other characters in the book, so um, it's not like oh, there's a Caroline in here. Is it? Did we say Caroline? Oh, we did, didn't we? Oh wait, that was Selena. Did we? I feel like we said Caroline. Colin, he's not helpful. Selena, that's what it was. Um, yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stick with this, and we will stop here as far as let me go ahead and write this down. A White Light Christmas. Um, and then what we'll do is I will just make another TBR video to be continued. Um, as far as this goes. So when my niece comes over in a couple of days, she'll help me unwrap the books, and hopefully by then I will be through some of these because they don't look like they're that hard. They don't look that long. I mean, they're pretty short books, so you know, uh, that's this one has a bookmark in it. Nice. I just noticed that. Oh, yeah, I remember now. I put the Blackguard Saga. One of the reasons why I put a was interested in reading it. Uh, Great, I took the bookmark out and lost the place. But yeah, check out this map. That's why I put a bookmark in it because I wanted to check out the map. I don't know why this isn't at the beginning of the book. I mean, why it's after beginnings. Maybe that says prologue or whatever. But yeah, a full color map, and it is really well done. Uh, Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place with this. But yeah, that's the map, and there's so many cool pictures in here when I was flipping through it. Uh, yeah, I. Broski. Okay, so it says Outcast Redemption. And there's a graphic novel inside. What? I'm so glad I moved this up the list. I could not be happier. Uh, Okay. So yeah, those are the four books. Twisted Tree in Wonderland. Right now, four books. Sorry, so far. Blackguard, The Way of the Escori, The Gandon Gambit, and A White Light Christmas. Those are our four books that we're gonna do so far. Um, and when my niece comes over and we unwrap the books, I will do another video to figure out if we can do find a book where the author has the same name as a character in one of these. Maybe we'll find a Chris. I'm sure I've got it. Hang on a minute. Hang on 1 minute. I do actually have a list of the books and the authors, even though it's wrapped up. So I can look real quick, see if there is a Chris. There is. Um, Shut up. There's two Carolines. No Julianas. Um, do 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 do. I am only seeing. Okay, I only see one Chris, and we're gonna go with that one. So that's gonna be um. Where did it go? Anti-Hero Blues. Um. Okay. Now, let me look something up real quick. Because the next prompt is the cover has the same item as the last book. So, I Anti-Hero Blues is wrapped up here somewhere. Um, so let me just look that up real quick. This is why I need the books wrapped, so it's just easier to pick them. Oh my goodness. Okay. I wonder. Okay, so the Anti-Hero Blues has a city on it on the cover. So there's a picture of the city on the cover. There's a guy overlooking the city, standing on like a rooftop or something, and he's overlooking the city, and it looks like the city is getting blown up, and there's okay, there are people flying, there are people like superhero capes. Hmm. Okay. I am gonna go with this. All right. I'm gonna go with the Anti-Hero Blues. Um, However, I'm gonna wait until because I know which one I kind of want to do. It's right here. But I don't know if that really works. Probably not. Okay. Um, So I'm gonna wait until we unwrap everything, but I am gonna go with this one. Um, but that's the cover. Um, and so it, like I said, it's got a cityscape on it. I don't think that's really a cityscape, uh, but that's what I would choose based on what I have with me right now. Um, so I am gonna wait until um we get and what you, I don't know if you can see it, but there are superheroes flying in and around uh the buildings. Um anyway, we're gonna stop it here with Anti-Hero Blues being the next one, and then like I said, my I'll have my niece come over, help me unwrap everything, and then we will make a video, but that gives us five. As far as what it's about, let me read that about real quick. A physics grad student gains mysterious powers after a sabotage experiment and must uncover the truth while being labeled a supervillain by society. Fair. Ooh, and this one is published in 2024. So when I get to that one, I'll be able to mark that off. When was this published? Uh, um, 2025. The first five books on this list have all been published in 2025. Of course they have. Okay, but Anti-Hero Blues has been published in 2024. So when I get to that one, not only will I be able to scratch off number 7 of this, but I will also be able to um, scratch off 2024 when I get to that one. Um, so we'll go from there. That's all I've got for you as far so far. Hopefully the next video won't be so long because I won't have to like choose things as but well, it might be longer because I'm gonna try and get at least because I feel like I can't pick one for um number 10. I think we can get down to number 10 at least. Or at 9. So it's like cover has the same item as the last book is number 8. Number 9 is same narrative of the last book, and number 10 something previous character a previous something a character from the previous book would read at the beach. So obviously I have to read number 9 to get to know the characters to find out what they would read. And then maybe from there some of these might be able to I can kind of get through. But we'll see. Um, but that's all I've got for you right now. Let me know what you guys are reading, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.